When this big lefty is on the mound, it means one thing. It's win day. Since the end of April, every time Madison Bumgarner's spot in the rotation comes up, the Giants collect a win. Tonight, the ace of the staff looks to continue his dominant run in Game 2 of the series. Giants Brewers, and it's coming up next. You're looking outside beautiful AT&T Park as we come back inside. This is Game 2 of this 3-game series, Brewers and Giants. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krupko. Well, the Giants have won 3 straight. They won a ball game against Milwaukee last night. They put their hitting shoes on, and that was a good thing. And sometimes you don't need a lot of hitting with Madison Bumgarner on the mound, but it would still be nice if the offense keeps it going.
Well, the hitting shoes are a good thing, and your team seems to be a little more offensive when Madison Bumgarner pitches because he's a good hitter. But when he goes out there, the Giants have been 10-3 this year, and he's on an absolute roll right now. Ranks 3rd in the National League in ERA at 1.88. And when he goes out there, I think the team relaxes because they don't feel like they have to score a lot of runs. Well, after last night's offensive barrage, they're feeling pretty confident with the bats, and hopefully it can continue.
Matt Garza making his first start of the year. He'll be pitching for the Brewers tonight. All right, when we come back, we're going to throw it to Willie Mays Plaza, and the fellas will do that right after this.
CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. It's back. The Portobello Mushroom Buttery Jack. Taste it before it's gone at Jack in the Box. And by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, we have a chilly one by the Bay this evening. Your San Francisco Giants getting set for Game 2 of a 3-game series with the Milwaukee Brewers. Welcome back to the broadcast. I'm Amy Gutierrez. We do have breaking news right now. Matt Cain just placed back on the 15-day disabled list. That right hamstring giving him some trouble, and the Giants have recalled Chris Stratton. We will give you more information as we get it. All right, last night a big win for the Giants. That offense came alive. Final score of 11-5. Most would think that would be a laugher, but it was not. Very tense through six innings, and it was Brandon Crawford's defense that was the game changer. We're going to make it our greater coverage of baseball. It's presented by T-Mobile. Tie game after back-to-back doubles by Hill and Flores. Pinch hitter Alex Presley hit a grounder up the middle, and Crawford surprises almost everyone, cutting down the lead runner, throwing out Flores at third base. Now, I say almost everyone because Matt Duffy was not surprised. I spoke to Matt after the game, and he said when there are no outs or one out and a man on second, he never assumes Crawford's going to go to first base. He said Crawford's very innovative with his glove and likes to take the riskier plays with his defense if it enables him to save a run. Duffy's job, get back to the bag, give him a throwing lane and a nice big target, and they got her done last night. All right, Madison Bumgarner on the hill this evening. For your Giants, you've got lineups, you've got first pitch, you have Kruk and Kipe all coming your way. Stay with us. Back on the 15-day disabled list, that right hamstring giving him some trouble, and the Giants have recalled Chris Stratton. We will give you more information as we get it. All right, last night a big win for the Giants. That offense came alive. Final score of 11-5. Most would think that would be a laugher, but it was not. Very tense through six.
Before it's gone at Jack in the Box. And by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, we have a chilly one by the Bay this evening. Your San Francisco Giants getting set for Game 2 of a 3-game series with the Milwaukee Brewers. Welcome back to the broadcast. I'm Amy Gutierrez. We do have breaking news right now. Matt Cain just placed back on the 15-day disabled list. That right hamstring giving him some trouble, and the Giants have recalled Chris Stratton. We will give you more information as we get it. All right, last night a big win for the Giants. That offense came alive. Final score of 11-5. Most would think that would be a laugher, but it was not. Very tense through six innings, and it was Brandon Crawford's defense that was the game changer. We're going to make it our greater coverage of baseball. It's presented by T-Mobile. Tie game after back-to-back doubles by Hill and Flores. Pinch hitter Alex Presley hit a grounder up the middle, and Crawford surprises almost everyone, cutting down the lead runner, throwing out Flores at third base. Now, I say almost everyone because Matt Duffy was not surprised. I spoke to Matt after the game, and he said when there are no outs or one out and a man on second, he never assumes Crawford's going to go to first base. He said Crawford's very innovative with his glove and likes to take the riskier plays with his defense if it enables him to save a run. Duffy's job, get back to the bag, give him a throwing lane and a nice big target, and they got her done last night. All right, Madison Bumgarner on the hill this evening for your Giants. You've got lineups, you've got first pitch, you have Kruk and Kipe all coming your way. Stay with us.
Bumgarner leads his team out of the dugout as we get ready for Giants baseball. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is now open every day. 59 degrees here at the yard. You see the winds are brisk again. Humidity right around 50%, and it is partly cloudy. All right, let's take a look at the lineup that will be facing Madison Bumgarner. It'll be VR followed by Perez, Braun, and then Jonathan Lucroy, who's always done well against the Giants. Chris Carter is going to hit in the 5th slot. Then it's Hill, Jeanette, and Broxton, and Matt Garza will hit 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be the left-hander Madison Bumgarner, 6'5", 250-pounder. He's 26 years old. He's in his 7th year at the big league level. The 3-time National League All-Star, making his 14th start of the season. Is 7-2 with a 1.88 ERA. That ranks him 3rd in the National League. Giants are 10-3 in his outings this year. When you take your bats against him, you're going to see a low 90s fastball with natural cut to it. He'll throw a slider, a curveball, and a changeup. Lifetime against these Brewers, Bumgarner 6-2 in 9 starts with an ERA of 2.25. You saw him to start the season off as the Giants opened in Milwaukee. He was the winning pitcher in that day. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Bumgarner. For the Giants, we welcome back Angel Pagan. He'll be in left field, joined by Span and Blanco. That's your Giants outfield. Crawford, Duffy on the left side of the infield, Panic and Bell on the right side. And Buster Posey, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs. He missed the last start that Bumgarner had, which broke a string of 51 consecutive games of Bumgarner that Posey had caught. So tonight he starts a new streak. Good to see Angel Pagan back. All right, time now for the Nissan keys to the game. Number one, keep the ground attack rolling. Last night the Giants broke out and they had a lot of hits that we haven't seen. Infield hits or bloop or broken bats hit. Last night they broke a few of those out. What do you say we keep the ground attack rolling? And number two, set the table, get the guys on. They did a great job of getting the leadoff hitter on last night. That really set the tone for the offense last night. Those are our Nissan keys to the game.
So here's VR, Jonathan VR, to lead things off as we get ready for Giants baseball, game 2 of this 3-game series. Bumgarner ready, so's VR. And the first pitch of the ball game is on its way. And it starts out with a high foul down the right field line and out of play. So we get started right on time at 7:15. VR overall having a good year. 296, 5 home runs, 26 runs batted in. He went 2 for 4 in the game last night as he pops this one straight back and out of play, and a nice catch by a fan wearing a Will Clark jersey having a brew.
Psyched. Well, he had it played perfectly. He might get a few more.
Had it all the way, I think he said. The 0-2 to VR is down low. Home plate umpire is Andy Fletcher. Joe West, the crew chief, at first. Then it's Rippiger and Kerwin Danley at third.
Well, another strike zone that it's not a big strike zone. It won't be as small as we saw last night with Kerwin Danley, but it's a consistent zone. Andy Fletcher's zone doesn't have big corners to it, but what you get in the first, you'll get in the ninth.
Foul back. When Bumgarner opened up the season against Milwaukee, VR hit a home run off of him.
I don't think he's forgotten that.
I do believe he has a good memory when it comes to that. Swing, and gonna miss. So that's how this game gets started, on a strikeout. And that'll bring up Hernan Perez.
It's a little cutter that just goes down below the strike zone. And VR swinging right over the top. They know he goes out of the strike zone, and he took advantage of his aggressiveness. Good pitch.
Feel really close.
Here's Perez hitting 303.
Danger zone.
He's had 89 at bats, 27 hits, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. Got into the game last night, and he went 0 for 1. Here he hits a pop-up out of play to our right.
A little cut fastball into the hands. I mean, that's what you're going to see Bumgarner try to do a lot tonight with the right-handed hitters on this Brewers team. I mean, all these years he's been bringing his glove, and finally it paid off.
Awesome. 0-2 pitch. On the ground, foul. As it shoots down the left field line, caroms down into the corner.
That's Julie Baker, our ball babe, on the third base line tonight, making a play, making a friend. Perfect. How could you not?
Lined, span, 2 down. David Schwartz down the right field line. David left his glasses at home, and he's going to need them tonight.
Now he's ready. David has been to Giants fantasy camp. He's a player. Tell by the shoes.
Yep.
He's got football spikes.
Those
on.
are football spikes. Yep. Well, you never know. after the game, he's in a flag football league. So here's Braun hitting .313. He's got some ownage on Bumgarner. And the first pitch is down low. Ownage, in a sense, he's got 3 doubles and 2 home runs off of Bumgarner, 8 hits and 26 at bats. And the 1-0 delivery. On the ground to Duffy. Duffy wrestles that hop and throws him out. Bumgarner, a ground ball, a line drive, and a strikeout. Span to lead things off. And here's Bruce Bochy's lineup. One change from last night. It's Span, Panik, and Belt. Buster Posey will be in the cleanup spot. Duffy, he's got a 13-game home hitting streak. He had 3 hits last night. Brandon Crawford's going to hit in the 6th slot. Then it's welcome back Angel Pagan, Blanco 8th, and Bumgarner 9th.
On the hill tonight, making his 2016 debut, will be Matt Garza. Garza out of Clovis, California, 32 years of age, 6'4", 218-pounder. He is in his 10th year at the big league level. This is what he did last year in 2015. He was 6-14 with a 5.63 ERA. When you take your at-bats against Garza, you're going to see a fastball that's low 90s. He'll give you a curveball, slider, changeup. He'll throw anything at any time. Lifetime against the Giants, 1-2 with a 4.58 ERA in 3 starts. He made 3 rehab starts in the minor leagues. He was 0-2 with a 4.76 ERA. And here he is making his big league debut.
Span hitting .262. He opened up the game last night in the bottom of the first by knocking one into the water. And Garza's first pitch is at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. No overshift. But VR is playing nearly behind the bag at second, and in at third is Hill. 70. It's the number of balls hit into the water by the Giants as this is lined right at Braun. 1 out.
Let's take a look at that Brewers defense playing behind Matt Garza tonight, starting in the Brewers outfield from left to right. It'll be Braun, Broxton, and Perez. Braun with the best arm in the outfield. VR and Hill on the left side of the infield. Jeanette, Carter on the right side. Jonathan Lucroy, he'll be in the squad putting down the signs.
So here's Panik. Joe Panik hitting at .256. 6 home runs, 25 runs batted in. And that almost got him on the right elbow, and it's 1-0. Last night, 2 for 4 for Joe Panik, and he scored 3 runs. Span and Panik scored 6 runs between them. And the 1-0 pitch to Panik, and this is hit up the middle, but VR playing behind second base is going to throw him out. 2 down. And here's Belt. Kind of a new one.
Yeah, what do you think about it? 6 months?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 6 months. She's starting to get a little more sleep. They are fired up.
Belt having a good year, right at 300. 8 home runs, 33 runs batted in. And he fouls this one right over the head of Buster Posey, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Belt has had 6 lifetime at bats against Garza, and he's hitless. 1 ball and 1 strike. The overshift is on for Belt. Hill, the lone defender, on the left side of the diamond, and Belt gets the breaking ball and fouls it off his foot. It's a 1-2.
Yep. Cotton candy's working. Fired up. He's at the yard. He's with his sister and his mom. Life is good. There's nobody sitting in front of him. He's got a good view.
Hit into center field and hit well. Broxton on the move. He's not going to get it. It bounces up against the wall, and Belt's got a double. So the first base runner in the game, and it belongs to Brandon Belt, a 2-out double.
A little lazy slider. They didn't do a whole lot. Boy, that is a cement mixer. Right, it laid out at the belt. You got to do this with a mistake like that. And Brandon Belt jumps on it. Keon Broxton, who has good range as a center fielder, he didn't have a chance. That ball was scalded right over his head. It's now an 8-game hitting streak for Belt.
Buster Posey at 257, 29 runs batted in. Buster last night 2 for 3, scored a couple of runs. He knocked one in. And the pitch is up and in for a ball, 1-0.
We usually don't get too excited about 8-game hitting streaks, but more importantly, that's his 25th game in a row that he's gotten on base.
Hey, you take it. Strike to Posey, 1 ball and 1 strike. Buster's faced Garza 5 times. He's 1 for 5. Not a lot of history. Span 12 at bats. Blanco 10 at bats. That's the most. Two balls and 1 strike. Matt Duffy is on deck. Day game tomorrow, so we'll see how this game goes, and I'm sure Bruce Bochy's got a plan as to whether Buster Posey's going to play tomorrow. Day off on Thursday.
When I grow up, I want to be Buster Posey. Well, you know what? So do we.
At the knees, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Garza's going to spin around and take a peek at Belt.
Hey, I feel that way coming to the yard.
Yeah, I know you do. The good news for that little guy, ask Kirk Reeder. Your head will grow into those ears.
That's true. I had a pair like that.
I did too. Right off of Garza and up the middle. And Jeanette's going to keep Belt from scoring. Garza got dinged pretty good.
Well, he's from Clovis, so that's not going to get him out of the game. See where it hits him, though. Line bullet. Get caught a little bit of the glove. And really, if he doesn't touch it, it's 1-0 Giants.
Duffy had a good game yesterday. Duffy went 3 for 4, knocked in a pair, and he takes a pitch low and in. He's had a home run against Garza, lifetime 1 for 3. Down the right field line, that's going to slice foul right through the Brewers bullpen. 1 ball and 1 strike.
A man making a play down there. Commando, no glove. See some good plays in the stands tonight.
Brandon Crawford wanting to hit here in the first. Giants trying to score after the first 2 outs were recorded. Foul off the screen, 1-2. Giants come in, they've won 3 straight. They're 20-13 at home, and they're 8-5 against the National League Central. Foul at the plate. They're also 4-2 on this homestand, and remember, they lost the first game to the Red Sox, won the next, lost the Friday night game against the Dodgers, and then have won the last 3 since then. So good battle right now. Garza, Duffy, 1-2. Nice block. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Mike Lucroy really has been putting on a blocking clinic these first 2 games of this series, and a lot of his blocks have been with runners at third base. He has just been a mound of sand back there. Ball hits, it just drops. Can't do any better than that. That is technique perfect.
Got him, and that'll end the inning. So Garza finally got Duffy to fish. Giants strand a pair. It's 0-0.
All-season blanket. Restrictions apply. Go to AAA.com/Giants or to a AAA branch for details.
All right, check out the July 4th Family 4-pack, and it's presented by Chevron. 4 tickets to the July 4th game against the Rockies. $25 Chevron gas card, and it's all starting at $99. This is while supplies last. Visit sfgiants.com/July 4. This is Jonathan Lucroy, and he's going to take a strike.
Having a good, solid season. Staying healthy. Last year it was a problem to stay healthy.
Breaking ball, 0-2. With Chris Carter to follow. Lucroy, 307. 9 home runs. He's got 30 runs batted in. Both catchers in this game hitting cleanup.
I look forward to this series for the simple reason you get to watch two of the best catch. Buster Posey, Jonathan Lucroy.
One and two.
Just good receivers. And they both have really matured into good targets and real soft targets, good blockers, good throwers, the whole package. Good framers.
Lucroy gets that breaking ball and just dribbles it foul. No score. We're in the second inning. Brewers come in. They're under 500. Brewers are 30 and 34. Outside, 2-2. And when you're 4 games under 500 and you're in the same division as the Cubs, that's a little rough. They're 14 back of Chicago. Lucroy takes a close pitch. It's 3-2.
Just a little low, perhaps a bit outside as well for Bumgarner. Yeah, the type of first half the Cubs have had, and they've created space. They're hovering around 500 in that division like the Brewers are. Good luck.
Popped out to Blanco in right, and Gregor Blanco is going to backpedal and make the catch. All right, let's check in with Amy G.
All right, gentlemen, really good to see Angel Pagan back in that lineup. He was activated earlier today. Now, the plan was actually to activate him tomorrow, but he came back from his stint with AAA River Cats feeling really good after 3 rehab games. And Bruce Bochy said before the game he was adamant about playing, and Bruce Bochy was all for it. He said it's good to have a core player back and give that lineup some depth, guys.
He said, hey, we got a ball, you know, look, we got a good defensive player, we got a good hitter. Yeah, I'm putting him in the lineup.
It's nice too that Pagan goes, hey, look, I'm here, why am I not playing? Bochy said, good question.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. Carter with a swing and a miss. Carter's 1 for 3 lifetime against Madison Bumgarner. In the game last night, 0 for 3. He did have a couple of walks. Carter will take a walk. And that fastball is high. 1-2.
Yeah, he'll probably go right back down low again, but that high pitch does cleanse the eye palate. Keep throwing stuff down in the dirt. After a while, God, it'll lay off. All of a sudden, you go up above the letters on his chest, then go back down. He'll likely chase.
Out of play.
Talking about Chris Carter, he's got some of the strongest hands in this game. And you watch him take a swing, he just does not overswing. Very easy. Ball jumps off his bat.
Two and two. Hey, a couple of girls from Milwaukee.
Yep, they have their own kind of jewelry there in Milwaukee.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And like all the people in Wisconsin, not afraid to smile, laugh, have a good time.
Slow roller hit to Duffy, and they're going to call it a fair ball. And Duffy throws him out in that long stretch by Belt.
Yeah, it's nice to have a 6'5" first baseman. We're size 15 feet.
Our old friend Bud Geraci, who's from Wisconsin, he did not like when his people from Wisconsin wear those cheese things on their head and the jewelry, and he was adamant that just don't do it. He never claimed those people. Meanwhile, he probably has a closet full of them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why. He was the first guy to wear it.
Probably got one on his head right now.
Yep, just like that.
0-1 to Aaron Hill. And this has popped up behind second base. It's going to be Crawford calling off Panic, and that'll end the inning. So 2 pop-ups and a ground ball. And the Giants will send up Crawford, Pagan, and Blanco. 0-0.
and Bay Area is brought to you by USAA. Insurance, banking, and investments tailored for the military community.
No score, bottom of the second inning. It'll be Brandon Crawford to hit first. Crawford and then Angel Pagan and then Gregor Blanco facing Matt Garza. And a breaking ball for a strike. The bluff of a bunt had Hill charging. Who do you think they like as far as the Giants player?
Well, I'm going to go with the baby giraffe.
I mean, look, you got to have it. If you're going to go like an animal, you need a special ticket.
Do you think they had fun putting that thing on?
Oh, they're laughing every second they're here. Just let them walk around. Just have fun. Crawford on the ground. Hill dives. He's got it. He will get up, take his time, and throw him out.
Nice play. It's by Hill. That's a base hit.
Here's Pagan.
All right, let's take a look at this defensive play on our Expo. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. And Aaron Hill, I mean, he lays completely parallel out, picks it up. He knew he had all the time in the world once he cut it off.
Angel Pagan with a mighty rip and a foul into the club level. Uh-oh. Headed to their seats.
They've got good seats, good attitude.
1 ball and 1 strike. Where's the giraffe section?
We're looking for the zoo.
Oh, so they're just taking a stroll. That's it.
Yep.
Inside to Pagan.
You have good attitude like that, you got to spread it around.
Yeah, I think Mom made one for her daughter and then decided, you know, I'm going to make one for myself too.
Yep. I think that's a pretty good observation.
2-1 delivery. Here it is to Pagan, and Pagan ropes one right at VR for out number 2.
Good at bat.
And that'll bring up Gregor Blanco.
Do everything right, and it turns into a big league hang with him.
Blanco hitting .233. And he shows bunt, and he takes the pitch outside for a ball.
Is this the giraffe section?
We have tickets, seriously, for the giraffe section. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's high to Blanco. 2 balls and no strikes. Madison Bumgarner is on deck. So Garza's got to come in 2-0. He does. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, respectful changeup.
2 for 10 lifetime. Blanco against Matt Garza. Two and 2.
So you throw a 2-0 changeup, you back it up with 92-mile-an-hour fastball with movement running away on the outside corner. 2 good pitches. This is the debut of 2016 for Matt Garza, and he doesn't look very rusty. Had 3 starts in the minor leagues.
And now full count to Gregor Blanco. This is a spot. It's a rare spot if you're the 8th place hitter where you're starting to think, well, I'm not going to get anything to hit because the pitcher's on deck. Well, not so much now.
Now with Madison Bumgarner in the on-deck circle.
And this is popped up into shallow right field. All of a sudden, it's becoming an adventure, and it falls. So there's a base runner for Gregor Blanco. Will Clark is here. Welcome, Will. You come here, and they're just knocking balls off the wall.
I come here, and there's a candlestick pop-up in the wind.
Hey, those things used to give you nightmares. Do you miss those?
No, I don't miss them. The nightmares have stopped, thank goodness.
Now Perez coming in from right field. Looks like it hit him low in the glove. So good hustle by Blanco. He's at second base for Bumgarner.
Bumgarner on the ground foul, and it's 0-1.
So Ruby, it's a big night for you and your family. Tell us about it.
We have our 10th annual autism night here at the ballpark. The Giants have been so kind as to help sponsor it. Some of the proceeds go to Autism Speaks and Inova here in the Bay Area, and it's raised a lot of awareness over the last 10 years.
1 ball and 1 strike. You come back periodically all the time anyway, but I'm sure you timed this one perfectly.
Yeah, this worked out. This worked out great. This is after the kids get out of school, and you know, we had the '86 reunion, of which you were a big part of on Saturday, and then now we have the autism night tonight. So it's all in conjunction with this homestand.
You know, I'm glad that you mentioned the '86 team, and I'm glad you mentioned that because the more I'm with Mike, the more he has tried to convince me that he was the only guy on that team that year.
We had 3 All-Stars that year: Chris Brown, Chili Davis, but then nobody better than this man right here.
Hey, you don't win 20 by just flipping stuff up there.
That is the truth there. It was a magical season, and it was great to be part of it and watch during there every pitch.
Good to see the hump baby.
It was, wasn't it? He looked a lot better this time than the last time I saw him. Last time I saw him, he was scuffling a little bit, but this time he looked good. And Norm Sherry, our pitching coach, he had his gait going.
Bumgarner, good at bat, 3-2.
There's the hump baby, and there is Norm Sherry. We were talking before the game.
And the big crafty right-hander to the left-hand side of your screen.
I think the last time we saw Roger, he just had his knee replaced. And, he was still dealing with rehab, but he really looked good on Saturday.
He sure did. He sure did. And you always, every time you see him, you got to give a big tip of the cap because you were Uncle Mike and Uncle Dwayne, but that was sort of my second dad right there. I grew up in the big leagues with you guys.
Bumgarner takes the walk.
And there are some of the kids down on the field for autism night. I know they were having a great time being on the field. And there's my bride, my son Trey.
Trey's a graduate now.
Yeah, he's a graduate of his freshman year of junior college, and $10,000 was donated tonight to the autism awareness community, and we're also going to have some more money donated from the proceeds of this game.
Good stuff.
Your daughter Ella, this is Sarah.
She was gorgeous out on the field.
She changed or what?
Oh,
Holy
my
smokes.
goodness. I got to watch all the young ones around.
So she starts high school this year.
She does. She's getting ready to be a freshman. So looking forward to that. And then Trey will be a sophomore at the junior college level.
Well, look, having a daughter, it's payback, man.
Thanks, Uncle Dwayne. Appreciate it.
It's payback. Hit on the ground to Carter. This should end the inning. And Garza, for the second inning in a row, is going to strand a pair. See Will Clark. This was on Sunday. He's going to be with us for another inning when we come back.
On CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com.
No score here at AT&T Park. 3 hits for the Giants. Bumgarner 6 up, 6 down as Scooter Gennett is going to lead things off. We're with former Giant, former great Giant, Will Clark on Autism Awareness Night here at the ballpark. But here at other times Does he come in about what, 3 or 4 times a year?
At least 3 or 4 times a year.
Well, in spring training.
Yeah, and then also starting to see some of our minor league clubs too.
Panik will take his time.
So, Rumi, I got to tell you, I asked Kite this one time. You know, we're sitting here watching batting practice. I said, what is it that you miss about the game? Without batting an eye, he goes, taking ground balls. Can you say the same thing?
You know what? Taking ground balls was definitely a necessary evil, but man, batting practice was fun.
So you miss hit.
Oh yeah. I still jump in the cage quite a bit and hit, but not out on the field. I just hit in the cage.
Can you still put it in McCovey Cove?
Oh, I'll figure out a way to hit a line drive here or there. Whether it winds up out that way, I don't know.
Well, you did last year. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you that every year.
Yeah, we were able to whack 1 or 2 out there during the Old Timers game.
Here's Broxton, a big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Is that exciting for you to go into the minor league system and see the prospects?
It really is. I mean, you know, you get a chance to go down there and talk with some of those kids, and they just want any information that they can get just to help their ball game out. And you know, they're like sponges; they just take it in. And so for a guy like myself, especially who's real outgoing, it's like, man, this is great. And you know, I go in there, try to throw batting practice to them, give some of the coaches a little breather, because they've been throwing batting practice every day, you know, from spring training. So you know, it's a welcome sight to have some of the guys come in there and do stuff like that.
2-1 to Keon Broxton. Foul back. Good swing by Broxton. Kind of a tall, long arm hitter. 2-2.
Tell us about some of the prospects down there that you like.
I went and saw low A ball Augusta, Georgia, and we have a first baseman / third baseman down there, Dylan Dobson, left-handed hitter with a lot of power. And when I saw him, he was on fire. It was one of those guys. Don't even talk to him, because I mean, just don't even mess him up. And he hit 3 homers while I was there and drove in like 8 runs. So he was on fire. We got some real good arms in the minor league system. And then we also have you know, our last draft that we just got through with here a few days ago, and all the reports I'm getting is we had a good crop of position players come out of this draft.
Here's Garza. Garza taking his first at bat of the year. Yeah, I think that's probably the most fun as you see the younger guys in the lower leagues, especially the lower leagues, where they really do want to listen. I mean,
yeah.
You could tell them something that's way off the charts and they would listen to you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And you always have to be careful what you tell them.
Yeah. You know, it was sort of funny because I showed up. It was in Rome, Georgia, where I visited them, and the wind was howling out of right field about 30 miles an hour. And so I said, all right, boys, time to hit the ball right field. And they all looked at me like I was crazy.
Of course. We're going to keep Will Clark for another half inning. Why? Because we need some runs. Come on, Will.
Baseball on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Casino Matrix, Silicon Valley's best bet for gaming, food, and fun 24/7.
No score as we head to the Giants half of the third inning. 20,011. This was 11 years after Will Clark retired, taking BP in 2011. What'd he do? Gone.
Oh, you gotta love the splash downs.
Well, and you made it look so easy.
Thank you, Remy. Thank you.
Yeah, some guys are born to hit.
Hey, that was due in part to Chris Spire. He kept throwing them right there. That was fun to take BP that day.
It helps, right? You get a guy that just lays it in there.
Lays it in there, perfect speed, and says, here, whack the hell out of it.
Joe Panik is going to lead things off. Panik, Belt, and Posey.
Yeah, Joe Panik is the guy, when he came up, I asked you about him, and you said, he's the best we got. He's going to do fine up here.
Yeah.
Boy, you nailed it.
Yeah. You and I had talked about Joe, and I had just got through seeing him play a 4-game set down there in New Orleans, and he did it all. He hit for power, had great base running, he made diving plays, and I know that right before I had talked to you, I had talked to Brian Saban and told him basically the same thing, and then all of a sudden Joe Panik was in the big leagues.
Well, they don't win a world championship without him.
You're right.
There's a breaking ball for a strike, so it's a quick 0-2. The longer Garza's out there, the more confident he's going to get with all of his pitches.
One thing about Joe, you know, he's in a perfect spot in his batting order in that he throws you a very professional at bat. You know, he's going to see a lot of pitches. You know, he's going to put the bat on the ball. He's going to get some good pitches to hit and then drive in some crucial runs. And he's been doing that since he's been called up here. And I think if he stays right here in the batting order, he's going to do it for a long time.
He never felt like a rookie.
No.
Ever. Not any part of his game did he feel like he was a first-year player.
In the dirt, 1-2.
You know, he made nice adjustments within an at-bat. He made nice adjustments within a game. And, you know, after the league got to know him a little bit, he made nice adjustments to the adjustments they made on him, which is what it's all about. Smart player.
And the 1-2 to Panik. Panik lifts one foul down the left field line and out of play.
See, but this is a perfect example right here. He's 1-2, but he's already seen, you know, going on his 7th pitch is at bat. You know, so, you know, this is what I call a quality professional at bat to try to get even in the count.
Belt to follow. We're with Will Clark here in the bottom of the third. And now 3-2. Make it 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And how many times do you see him go 0-2 to 3-2? A lot.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys in the Giants lineup can say that same thing.
Slowly hit. Garza kicks it. And panics.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one.
Well, Cowboy Joe West at first base.
Look at Bochy. He's mad already. He didn't even go to the replay. He's mad.
Let's take a look at it. I mean, really a pretty nice recovery there between the legs from Chris Carter.
Well, we're going to have that one overturned, looks like.
Yeah.
I will say this. It was closer to being an out than I thought.
Well, I think Chris Carter makes a great try at it.
But he is safe. I just like the way Joe called it. Joe called it like somebody just gave him the check on a big dinner. He did. He's like, oh, great.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Do I have to?
Yeah, he's on. Yeah.
Well.
This replay review is presented by Xfinity.
You know, that's one of those absolutely just probably toughest plays in between a pitcher, second baseman, first baseman. And, you know, we worked on it all the time in spring training, and it has to deal with communication. If your first baseman can get in there and say something, great. If not, you got to let the pitcher take it, and then you go to first. And Carter actually, he came out smelling like a rose because he was caught in no man's land, believe it or
He
not.
flipped it between his legs.
Yeah, that's a great play. I mean, this is an ad lib.
Joe, you're paying the check, pal.
Something he has never done.
Cowboy Joe.
So Panic is aboard. You give Joe a hit on that?
Yeah, they sure have. No, they haven't ruled it yet, actually.
So here's Belt.
I'm still thinking about it.
Belt takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Yep, the Giraffes have found their seat, and yeah, they walked all over the ballpark trying to get those two seeds. Oh, and 1 to Belt, who doubled in the first. Here he takes one wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Overshift is on. See so many shifts? Can you believe it?
Yeah, I can't absolutely believe it. I mean, people ask me about it all the time, and I say, well, it's because he can't hit a ground ball short. And, you know, to a certain extent, Brandon's swing is what it is, and he's going to hook the majority of the balls.
That's foul. Let's take a look at August 10th, 1987. This is one of my favorite calls by my then partner, Joe Morgan.
Fastball, and it's all over! It's all over!
Upper tank, stick.
Yeah, that would have been a McCovey Cove bowl right there.
Oh, way out.
A lot of people we love in that picture. Jim Davenport was coaching third.
Yes, indeed.
So Robbie Thompson.
A lot of good names in that picture. It was funny when Joe just started laughing. You know, I hit it and Joe just starts laughing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you didn't see many go up in the upper tank, especially that far away from the foul line.
Belt out swinging on a high fastball, 1 out, and here's Buster Posey. Second strikeout for Garza.
Starting to see some really good swings out of Buster Posey.
Yes, Buster and also Matt Duffy. Both of those guys came out on the field yesterday and took a little bit of early batting practice. And Buster especially was working on some mechanical stuff, and he absolutely put on a show yesterday. And then you know, Matt Duffy in the middle of the game yesterday, he hit about 4 or 5 balls right on the screws. So it seems like the adjustments these guys are making right now are starting to pay off a little bit.
What's a big adjustment for a hitter?
For a guy like Buster, it's not surrounding the ball. You know, if you come around it, you hit a lot of routine grounders. Buster tries to stay inside the ball, pull his hands inside the ball, and when he starts doing that, he hits rockets everywhere.
Just like that.
Just like that.
So Panic is going to go to second.
Right on cue.
That ball's, you know, middled in. He's trying to fight to keep his hands inside of it. There he is. He's talking about it right there. That was yesterday.
He always talks about being in one piece. What does that mean?
Well, he's talking about like his legs and his shoulders and his hands all have to work together once the front foot lands. And you're seeing that right now. He gets the front foot down and his hands stay inside that ball, and it's barrel of the bat city right there.
Which makes him a threat from foul line to foul line.
And on top of that, he stays long through the strike zone. You ever hear guys saying staying long through the strike zone? That means his timing doesn't have to be absolutely perfect in order to put the barrel of the bat on the ball.
Yeah, you could lead the league in hitting with a swing like that.
For sure, once or twice.
Here's Duffy. Duffy struck out in the first. This is the 3rd inning in a row the Giants have had 2 base runners on. Duffy gets a breaking ball right out of bed, and it's 1 ball and no strikes.
And here's another guy whose keys are very similar to that of Buster Posey.
Very much so.
A lot of similarities in their swing. They like to stay inside the ball. So what are his keys? It's about the same?
About the same, and he's working on the same kind of rhythm and the same kind of trigger as Buster is, and they talk a lot about hitting, those two guys.
The one thing, though, you see Buster pull more balls to left field than you see Duffy.
Correct.
Do you think that's where his growth is?
Yes. As he gets older, as he sees more pitches, you will start seeing him turn on a few more balls. Like if I had to be inside of his head right now, I'm thinking he's looking to hit this ball right center.
Now you watch him take batting practice, and it's really a disciplined batting practice. I mean, he is thinking gap to gap, but primarily the right center gap. And it's just when he gets it right and that back shoulder's high, he backspins that ball, and he's a tough guy to fool with whatever speed you're throwing up there.
You're exactly right. And the way the defenses play him, I could envision him down the road being a 40-45 double guy. You know, because he can wear out that triples alley, or he can wear out that right field line.
Now, there's another guy that you came back with one of your tours of the minor leagues and you were excited about. I think it was when he was in Double-A ball.
It's a hit and run. Ooh. And Duffy wisely got a piece of it, because Buster and Joe Panik really kind of like a little bit of a delayed jump.
So when you see a young player, what are some of the things that you see a guy have in A ball or Double-A that you think is going to project well when he gets to the big leagues?
The one thing that I'm looking for is command of the strike zone. You know, if I see him, you know, taking good tough pitches and swinging at strikes and letting the balls go, you know, that's first and foremost. And second off is contact. If he's hitting balls right on the button.
Runners go again, and this one's dribbled foul. Wrigley Field, the 1989 NLCS. Will Clark, the lip reader.
That one was a little 3-2 changeup right there. Down, went and got it.
That was not a hanger.
No, and then this one's the old heater in that I was sitting on.
You know what's amazing is I'll bet he never threw you another heater in.
He did not throw me hardly any more heaters in. Yeah, I saw a lot of changeups after that.
Changeups. 3-2 pitch, and this time it will not be a pitch. Garza chases Panik back. So yeah, I would say if you're going to have ownage on Maddox, it was probably early in his career.
Yeah.
Because the older he got, my goodness. And another 3-2 pitch. Got him, and this will be a double play. No, it won't, as Hill can't hang on. Giants catch a break. It'll be a double steal.
So a 3-2 slider, and for the second time, Duffy is a swing and miss. And Aaron Hill, I mean, it's just not a good throw. You don't normally see Lucroy make errant throws. He has a very accurate arm. That's a gift.
Well, now you have a shot to really make it hurt, because it should be a play made.
That wound up being a pretty nice play. That ball goes in the left field, and I think Panik's going to score.
Crawford hit a ball to the left side. Hill dove, gloved it, and threw him out. Here he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes.
Last year when Brandon Crawford had 21 homers and had a career high in RBIs, you really took a great deal of satisfaction in his achievement as to how that path arrived at last year's success. Did you see that when he was a young player, that he could do this?
You know what, you saw the flashes from it. I mean, you could see, you know, some of the power. You could see, you know, some of the timely hitting, and it was just, you know, as you well know, and as Dwayne well knows, it's just getting those at bats in the big leagues and getting comfortable. And you know, it's built and built and built, and then all of a sudden you look up and, you know, 4 or 5 years later, he's Silver Slugger, Gold Glove winner, and Mr. Clutch. So you know, it's definitely built up as he's gone on.
He attacks the high fastball and lifts it foul down the left field line and out of play. The D-backs had a 2-0 lead on the Dodgers, and the Dodgers came back and scored a 3 spot. We're with Will Clark here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Giants have not come up with a hit with a runner in scoring position, and they've had a number of opportunities. Outside 2-2.
When you have the type of year that he had last year with the RBIs, does it make it easier the next year in RBI situations?
I think it does. You know, I mean, he started getting more and more comfortable with those situations, and now he's no longer hitting in the 8-hole. He's moved up in the lineup. He's starting to get more chances with guys on base, and the more chances you get, the more opportunities, the more you learn how to do it.
And a base hit to left field.
And
they're going to hold Buster Posey. Braun's got a good accurate arm, and the Giants lead 1-0.
Right on cue.
Right on cue, and it was almost a carbon copy of his first at-bat, except this time he hit them where they weren't.
And this comes to 2 strikes, 2 outs, a little two-seam fastball outside corner. You try and pull it, you roll it over. He stays inside it, he goes to left. And this is just a guy who's relaxed in these situations, coming through clutch. And that's a money hit. That's going to bring out Derek Johnson, the pitching coach for Matt Garza. Remember, this is Garza's first start this year. So the one thing that the Brewers are going to be fearful of is the same thing the Giants were fearful of last night with Matt Cain, and that is the long inning.
You guys saw a pretty good shot of Brandon Crawford there from the side too, how we talked about staying long through the ball, and if you saw his bat, it just stayed on that same plane the baseball was on, and then relates to an RBI base hit, a line drive, and you know, when you do it right, it looks so good, and when you do it wrong, you just beat your head against the wall.
Stop talking so we can show this highlight, will you? September '93. Ted Robinson with the call.
High drive, left field, hit deep. Giants win. It's gone.
They didn't call them walk-offs back then.
No,
they just
didn't.
said we win.
That would be an Oppo walk-off.
Yeah. And then I think that was right after Robbie Thompson had gotten
Dinged right in the head.
dinged right in the head, and you know we had him on the ground at home plate trying to get his contact out of his eye, and then a few pitches later that happened right there.
Trevor Hoffman.
Trevor Hoffman got him. 96
That's
mile an hour
right.
fastball.
That's right.
That was when Trevor Hoffman threw hard.
Yeah. And then that right there was Gene Harris that came in right there after Trevor, because he was sort of shook up after hitting Robbie, and Gene didn't get away with that high fastball.
Well, you know, the point you made earlier about being down in the minor leagues, the wind blowing out to right field. Boys were going to right field day. Well, that was a situation at Candlestick where the wind was blowing out to left.
Out to left,
and
yeah.
you were thinking, Oppo.
Yeah. Yeah, and so, all right, let's get a game plan, and hopefully we can execute. And the ball got up in that jet stream and went on out of there.
If you could read that ballpark, it was an advantage.
1-1 to Angel Pagan.
I remember Chris Spire telling some of our young right-handed hitters when they called up how the ball from the right side shot out of right center, and you'd watch Chris Spire take batting practice, and he'd hit half the balls that he hit would be out of right center.
Good pro.
For sure.
2-1. Pagan, it's a high fly ball to right. It's in the park. Perez over, and he makes a sliding catch. And a nice play to end the inning. Thanks, Will.
Gentlemen, love you guys.
It's always great when you come by.
Love you, baby.
Stop talking so we can show the highlights.
That baby Rumi.
You guys are the best.
Giants Baseball on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Mr. Pickle's Sandwich Shop, where the aliens have landed and taken off with sandwiches.
Giants with a 1-0 lead in the top of the order for the Milwaukee Brewers. It'll be Jonathan Villar. Villar struck out to open up the ball game. And here he takes a strike. Perez and then Braun. Perez with a nice play to end the bottom of the third. Foul back, 0-2. 0-2.
I don't think I've ever seen a bat the color of Villar's bat.
Well, nowadays, look, you can look out in your backyard and you can see that table you got out there and you go, you know what, I'm going to use the leg of that table and hit tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And it's,
I mean, it used to be 2, maybe 3 manufacturers of bats. Now, forget it. A lot of companies.
I mean, plus you can, if you work it right, if the pine tar is about the same color as the bat, you can go really high. Like that.
Man, he was pushing it. He's taking it all the way to the top of the label. He has spent some time on that bat. If you break that bat, he might cry.
So he hangs in there to get it to 3-2.
Bumgarner has not been in the stretch tonight.
This will be pitch number 41. And this is a base hit. All right, you want to check out the ultimate fan experience in partnership with Comcast Sportsnet. You can enter to win prizes in the Dream Stakes sweepstakes. To enter, you must visit your local Bay Area dugout store. Prizes include throwing out the first pitch, $1,000 shopping spree at the dugout store. We do that all the time. For more information, sfgiants.com/dreamstakes.
Just to stay in shape, we do it.
First hit of the game, first base run of the game for the Brewers. Here's Perez, who lined out to Span in the first. And he takes wide. So you're right, Bumgarner in the stretch for the first time.
There's the Bumgarner hat that was a giveaway hat earlier in the year. I see a lot of those around town. Very popular.
Two balls, no strikes. Villar's got 23 stolen bases, so you have to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, he looks to go. Very explosive.
Good swing by Perez. 2 balls and 1 strike.
But Bumgarner's so deceptive because of that big upper body turn. I mean, if you're at first base, you are just convinced he's coming over to first. And sometimes a guy who's got deception in his delivery, it's better if he doesn't throw to first base.
Well, that one doesn't count because he really wasn't trying on that.
Well, every pitcher's got their A, B, C, D moves. That was certainly not his A move. Art Fern.
2 balls and 1 strike. Runner goes. Swinging a foul. 2-2.
All right, time now for our cold hard facts. It's brought to you by Clean, Crisp Coors Light. Fewest different starting pitchers used in the National League since 2010. Well, the Giants, 22 different starting pitchers since 2010. St. Louis has been consistent. The Brewers, Washington, Atlanta, Pittsburgh round out the top 5, top 6.
Pretty interesting.
Well, it's durability.
Struck well to right, but Blanco appears to have room. And as he backpedals, he makes the catch.
I think Paris thought he got that ball pretty good.
I think Paris is thinking that he hits that in Milwaukee. He's got a big fly.
Yep. Probably right.
Well, he takes a healthy rip.
He just got AT&T'd.
So here's Braun. Braun bounced out to Duffy in the first inning.
There's an authentic fan. There's 2 of them. You could just tell.
See, the one guy, he didn't want to be in the shot.
Witness protection?
Witness protection, absolutely. Had the hoodie. Braun bounces this one to Crawford. Could be a pair. 6-4-3, side retired. Giants lead 1-0. Blanco to lead things off.
Is presented by authority of the San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
Back here at AT&T Park, I'm really happy to announce that Amy G's Giants exclusives are back for the 2016 season. They are presented by First 5 California, who say to talk, read, and sing it changes everything. And my first guest is Brandon Crawford, and we talk about the balancing act of being a father of 3 with being a professional baseball player. And you can check it out right now at csnbayarea.com. Dwayne and Mike, you know a little bit about that father ball player thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I just miss bull shooting.
Bull shooting? That was Davey G? Yeah. What happened to bull shooting?
Well, yeah. Here's
that was bull shooting. That was the most watched show in Petaluma.
Unbelievable. Here's the 0-1 to Blanco. It was one of the things that we promoted, that on a bad night we could be fired.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Absolutely. We were close.
Blanco outside, 1-2. Madison Bumgarner on deck. And Blanco got a piece. They're going to say Lucroy held on, so he's out. Blanco can't believe it. He said, I hit the ground. Did I hit the ground?
Let's take a look. A good curveball. Yeah, he caught a piece.
Yeah, he did hit the ground. Is that reviewable? I'm not going to write this one down, Mikey.
No. Not reviewable.
I don't think it is.
Nothing you can do. Just a big league hang with him.
Bumgarner drew a walk in the second. Here he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. Giants with a 1-0 lead. We're in the bottom of the 4th. One ball and 1 strike.
Will not get cheated. And every time you see him get a fastball, you're thinking, all right, here we go, game on.
He might like to have that last one back.
Yeah, you know he would.
2 balls and 1 strike. On the ground into the hole. Bumgarner's got to go, and they got him. No. Joe West says no.
So the Brewers are going to take a look. Saw Pat Murphy, the bench coach.
Looks like Joe got this one right.
I think he did.
I'm going to give Bumgarner a hit. What do you think?
I'm putting 1B on my scorecard. Yeah, it wasn't for lack of effort. I mean, that's about as far as Chris Carter can stretch.
Look at Bum looking in there.
But it doesn't take away from pretty nice defensive play from Jonathan Villar. It was the kind of play where he can really show off his arm.
Well, they're going to look at it. I like watching Bumgarner stand next to a guy his size at first. Those are 2 big fellas.
2 big fellas. Bumgarner's 6'5", 250.
This replay review is presented by Xfinity.
Well,
why would you review that?
Hey, we're down 1-0. Chris Carter's 6'4", 250. So you're right, 2 big fellas. Oh, Joe West got it right. That's a base hit. I mean, the throw clearly beat him, but and we thought, great play, you're out. And then all of a sudden, Joe West says, not so fast. They're giving it a long look, but I don't believe that the Brewers are going to win this call.
Giants.
Well, the Brewers are contesting it. I don't think they're going to win it.
I got you. So Bumgarner's safe.
I think that feels pretty good for an umpire when he gets it right.
Absolutely. And that'll bring up Span. Span is lined out to left. He's bounced out to first.
Good curveball. So that's pitch number 78. They may let Garza get close to 100 pitches tonight. This is his 4th start of the year. The first one at the big league level. He had 3 rehab starts at the minor leagues.
That pitch runs in tight for a ball and a strike.
Garza has been in the stretch every inning, so it's certainly not a stress-free night for him.
One and two.
And that's a difficult thing when you're injured, as Garza was, and everything gets pushed back. You try and rush the process. You try to get back quicker. Saw it with Matt Cain last night. Made a start, and he's back on the disabled list. Hamstring that put him on the DL. A little temperamental again. It's tough.
Down the left field line, foul.
All right, time now for our Togo's big play the Togo's way. Bernard Span's splash home run last night, the 109th splash home run in AT&T Park history. 70 been hit by the Giant. It was his 2nd splash homer by a Giant this season. Brandon Belt did it June 8th of this month. It was the first ever leadoff splash hit home run hit by a Giant.
Come on.
Yeah, it was the Giants' first leadoff home run this season,
Wow.
and the 10th leadoff home run of Span's career.
Span right now in a battle with Garza. It's 1 and 2. Bumgarner at first. And Lucroy keeps it close. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Another great block from Lucroy.
Our Geico quote, Brendan Crawford on Span's power. He has some sneaky pop. He's obviously more of an on-base kind of guy. Work to count, get base hits, but he can hit one out every once in a while.
Yeah, and when he hits them out, they usually travel. And that was certainly the case yesterday. So sneaky pop.
Span with a swing and a miss.
And again, the curveball, the payoff pitch for Garza, it's been a good one. That's strikeout number 5. They've all been swinging this strike 3s.
So here's Panic. Panic with an infield hit in the 3rd. He eventually scored on the Crawford single. Chopped up to middle. In and out of the glove of Villar. Everybody's safe, and Belt's going to hit. And again, for the 4th inning in a row, the Giants will have 2 runners aboard. Panic with the hit. Belt is coming up.
Yeah, another good job of keeping the ball from going in the outfield. You don't have great speed with Bumgarner, but I think with 2 outs, I think he would have been able to get over to 3rd base. So Villar's fine play, keeping it from going in the outfield, prevented that.
Belt is doubled and struck out on a high fastball. Here he gets a breaking ball high. 1 ball and no strikes. Giants with a 1-0 lead, trying to add to it here in the 4th. Garza about to throw pitch number 86. Out of play. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Fastball by Garza right in on the hands, exactly where he wanted to plant it.
Bell, little pop up, and it'll be Villar at short, and that'll end the inning. Giants strand a pair through 4, 1-0 San Francisco.
CSN Bay Area is brought to you locally by Energy Upgrade California. It's easy to stay golden at energyupgradeca.org.
Well, Giants fans, the 2016 MLB All-Star Game ballot is here, and you can head to sfgiants.com/vote to choose your All-Star worthy Giants and send them to the MLB All-Star Game on July 12th in San Diego. Vote today, vote tomorrow, vote at sfgiants.com/vote.
So Lucroy's going to lead things off. And Bumgarner throws, and there's a pitch wide. What are they with runners in scoring position? Giants. The 1-0 is right there for a called strike. Lucroy popped out to right field in the second. And he takes low and in. Giants have stranded 8 in this game.
Well, they have set the table, though. That was one of our keys tonight. And you keep doing that often enough, sooner or later you're going to break through.
Stranded 2 in every inning. Out of play down the right field line. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Jonathan Lucroy is a good hitter, but I think one of his strengths is how he covers the knee-high location. He's a good low ball hitter. And he hits it all around.
Carter's on deck. Out of play again, almost in the same spot. Bumgarner rubbing up a new baseball. Got Ryan Braun to hit into a double play to end the 4th. Pulled foul. Duffy playing pretty close to the line at third.
Hey, Kevin Mitchell's here. Well,
just make sure that that ball is foul before you start digging that out.
Kerwin Danley, the third base umpire.
High and deep to left. It is gone, and this game is tied. Lucroy with his 10th of the year.
Well, he does it 2-strike count, and it wasn't a hanger. He went down and got it. Let's take a look at the location of the pitch. A little cut fastball, just above the knees. I'd say middle in. Number 10. And we have a brand new ball game.
Carter bounced out to third. He's 0 for 1. And he takes a backdoor breaking ball high. 1 ball and no strikes. Aaron Hill to follow. Swing and a miss. Two hits for the Brewers, 8 hits for the Giants. And Bumgarner runs that in tight at 92. 57 pitches for Bumgarner.
He really hasn't had a whole lot of stress in this game.
Two and two.
Cutter. Until the home run by Lucroy, through 4 innings, Bumgarner had faced the minimum. Gave up a hit. He raced it with a double play in the 4th.
And this is skied foul. And that brought rain.
Yeah, that's a rainmaker. Dude! Yeah, it's fun to be that happy.
Carter got a piece. He didn't even get the ball. That's happiness shown to a friend. Got him.
Well, you like to do that. Strike the next guy out after you give up a home run.
NBC Bay Area investigates to hold the powerful accountable, and now it's expanding its resources to help solve your consumer problems. Introducing NBC Bay Area Responds, a new team dedicated to investigating your consumer complaints and returning your money. 1-888-996-TIPS or visit NBCBayArea.com/responds. Right at Span, 2 outs.
And a 1-pitch out.
And here's Jeanette. Jeanette bounced out to Panic in the 3rd. We got a tie ball game. It's 1-1. And the first pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Bumgarner keeping it off the plate. She's ready. She's got the Will Clark eye black on.
No, and they both have their colors on.
Swing. You're going to miss. 1 and 2.
Think they had fun getting ready?
Oh, yeah.
Either that or I think maybe cleaned out the chimney. What do you think?
That or did it in the car on the way here. 1 and 2 to Jeanette. Got him, and that'll end the inning. Giants looking for a big hit. Posey, Duffy, Crawford coming up. June 14th, 1997. Rich Aurilia blasted his first ever interleague grand slam. Former Giant Alan Watson in the second inning, helping the Giants defeat the Angels 10-3. It was also the first career grand slam of Rich Aurelia's major league career. First grand slam in interleague history. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts. It's Corey Knebler who's coming in to pitch. Knebler pitched last night. He pitched 1 inning. He got the loss and he threw 24 pitches. He gave up a run in 1 inning. And the Giants went on to score a lot more to win 11-5. So Knebler replaces Garza here in the 5th inning. And the first hitter that he will face is Buster Posey. Buster's got a couple of hits tonight. And here he takes a strike at the knees. Posey 0 for 1 with a walk lifetime against Knebler. And it's down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Duffy to follow. And then Crawford. Breaking ball is up and in, 2-1. The home run by Jonathan Lucroy tied the game in the 5th. Three and one.
Knebel can give you a good fastball. He can go mid to high 90s with it. You've seen the curveball. He also throws a changeup at you. I mean, that's a really high 3/4 release. He's right over the top, which gives him an acute break on that curveball.
Posey on the ground to third and a base hit.
Starting to find holes.
Right past the diving hill. And the Giants have their leadoff hitter on here in the 5th. So here's Duffy. Giants had Panic lead off the 3rd with a hit. And they scored. So this will be the 2nd time in this game the leadoff hitter has reached. Duffy has struck out twice. Down low, 1-0. So Duffy happy that Garza's gone.
Yeah, you're right. Garza struck him out a couple times with really good sliders for payoff pitches. So when a guy struck you out a couple times, then all of a sudden you see another pitch of your 3rd at bat, I don't think you're too terribly disappointed.
And a strike at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Duffy has hit in his share of double plays. 9 to be exact. And a quick toss to first, and Buster Posey is back. Nobody out, 1-1 to Matt Duffy. Look out, 2 balls and 1 strike. That's the 2nd time Knebel's done that on that curveball.
He doesn't have a feel for it right now. And I think that may be the message that Lucroy's going out there. He says, hey, look, if you're going to throw that pitch, try and miss down below the strike zone until you zero it in. Either that or let's try something else.
Crawford to follow, and then Pagan, and then Blanco. Giants trying to retake the lead here in the 5th. Perfect pitch, 2-2.
Shaved the outside corner. We've seen some really dramatic defensive sets against Duffy in the outfield, but against the Brewers, it's pretty conservative. I mean, that's pretty much where they're supposed to be.
Curveball up and in again, and there's that same pitch, same spot, 3-2.
You can't rely on it. Now, he hasn't thrown the changeup yet. All we've seen is the fastball and the curveball. If he's not getting that curveball over, you can cheat on a 3-2 count. You can really sit on a pitch.
See if Buster Posey goes. He does. Foul back. And Duffy had a good swing at that one.
And that was a curveball, a good one. I just struck out. I was looking for the fastball.
Well, he hasn't thrown any good ones.
Well, this is a pretty good one right here. See the rotation? He had to throw it for a strike.
Three and two. Posey leaning. Posey goes down low, and he walked him.
Not close. So Knebel trying to find the release point. So Carlos Torres, the right-hander, heading down. The Brewers only have one left-hander in their bullpen. That's Will Smith. After that, 7 right-handers. So Derek Johnson, the pitching coach, trying to make some mechanical suggestions here for Corey Knebel.
It is a manager's nightmare when you just tie the game and now you got a guy that can't throw a strike.
Well, you see Lee Tunnell, the bullpen coach, bringing the ball bag out there. Last night he put it right between both mounts. It's like, yo, Lee, that's in play. But tonight he's at least nestled it up against the wall.
I mean, even at that, it shouldn't be out there.
Yeah, you're right.
I was on the radio side. I suggested the Giants put the John Deere tractor in the Giants bullpen. Just park it there.
Why not?
Crawford waits. And a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1.
But in Lee Tunnell's defense, I mean, they don't have a bullpen on the field in Milwaukee. Good fans. They spent some time on that thing.
Crawford would like Andy Fletcher to ask for a little help, and it's 0-2.
Coach is saying, let's go. Well, curveball in the dirt. You be the judge. Did he go? No.
He did not.
That's a bad call. It just cost him a strike, and now it's an 0-2 count instead of a 1-1 count.
So now Crawford's got to fight. He's got Posey at second. He's got Duffy at first. Crawford's got the RBI in this game for the Giants. He singled to left in the third. One and two.
Knebel doing the smart thing, going right back down there below the strike zone. Craig Counsell, the skipper for the Brewers, I mean, he's watching Knebel struggle with that command. That's why they sent Carlos Torres down there to heat up in the pen, and there's a red alert. I mean, he's just like, good down there and get going, get ready.
Two and two. Remember the family where that little guy was jumping up and down?
Yeah.
He has disappeared.
Doing a couple laps around the yard.
3-2.
So an 0-2 to a 3-2.
By the way, he's disappeared from our view. I'm sure he hasn't disappeared.
Yeah, just kidding.
He is within range of mom and dad.
He could be under the blanket. Yeah, I'm saying under the blanket.
So 3-2, and now we'll see what Bruce Bochy does with Buster Posey and Matt Duffy. Crawford worked it from 0-2 to 3-2. Runners do not go, and the bases are loaded.
That's
good at bat.
It really was.
And Greg Counsell's thinking, my goodness, what did I do?
You can't trust the guy on the mound to throw strikes, so he's got to go out and get him.
So this will be a double switch. Scooter Gennett made the last out, but it's going to be an outfielder who's coming in. It's going to be Ramon Flores. So it's a 1-1 ball game, and the Giants have the bases loaded with nobody out, and we'll be back.
During the July 4th through the 6th games. Your fundraising package includes a limited edition 4th of July Giants hat and a ticket to see the Giants take on the Rockies. $5 from each package benefits Operation Care and Comfort to aid in their ongoing mission to support troops, veterans, and their families. Go to sfgiants.com/special events.
Carlos Torres is the new pitcher. He'll face Pagan with the bases loaded.
See the numbers for Torres. 29th time he has come into a game. And for Torres, you'll see a low 90s fastball with a curveball and a slider. Doesn't really throw you a changeup, but two different types of breaking ball.
This has been a rally for free for the Giants, with the exception of Posey's base hit. And this is on the ground, and Carter's got it. They get one there. That's all they'll get. The Giants take the lead, and they have runners at the corners. However, a nice play by Carter. Credit Pagan with an RBI, and Blanco's going to hit.
That two-hopper goes down. Could not really get to his feet, so because of that slow exchange, Villar didn't really have an opportunity with the speed of Pagan. And that right there tells you his legs feeling pretty good. He got down the line well.
So Blanco's going to step up. Blanco is doubled, and he's struck out.
Torres, cutter, cutters, and more cutters.
Blanco with a little sneak attack bunt pulls the bat back. Hill is now at second. I don't know who that is at third. Perez. And Flores is in right. One and 0 to Blanco. Bumgarner is on deck. Pagan goes, swinging a foul. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, that's exactly where Torres wants to put that cut fastball, right in on the fist of the left-handed hitter. Hey, he brought his glove, got a ball.
Hey, babe.
See the little cut action, not a big movement, like about a 3 or 4 inch slide. Just so difficult to put the barrel on it. Just runs up your bat.
You don't want to put that one in play.
No. You got 2 balls tonight. Oh yeah.
A guy throws like that, it doesn't hurt sometimes if you're a hitter, is to just move a little bit back off the plate. But a lot of hitters don't like to move around the box, even if it's just a little bit.
You don't see as much now of guys moving around the box like they did in previous generations. And a lot of guys just believe it messes with their ability to define a strike zone. So they want to be in the same spot just so that their strike zone stays the same. So if a guy throws over there a bunch of times, I mean, at a certain point, is it?
Yeah.
Do you want to start stealing?
No, it's aggravating if you're the hitter, and it's aggravating for the guy at first as well. And look, I think Pagan eventually is going to go. Center field. And clearly not deep enough, so Blanco does not get the job done.
It's one of the things the Giants did so well in game 1 of the series. A situational at bat, runner at third base, less than 2 outs. They got it done. Tonight they have not been able to come up with the money hit or the money situational at bat.
They have not. Bumgarner picked up a base hit in the 4th. So Bumgarner a chance to help his own cause with Duffy at third, and Pagan is the base runner at first, and the first pitch is wide, 1-0.
Straight away in the outfield, slight pull in the infield. And it's amazing the respect that Bumgarner gets.
Unbelievable.
I mean, yeah, they have a place to put him. The second base is open, but would you rather face a guy like Denard Span who's hit 283 lifetime, or Bumgarner?
We'll know on this pitch. 2 balls and no strikes. Foul. 2-1.
Pretty good cutter to hit right there. Last season, 22 RBIs. This is the Giants staff. The hitting pitchers. 20 RBIs, most in the major leagues now.
Out of play.
Madison Bumgarner trying to add to it.
Pagan goes, swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning. Giants add a run, they take the lead through 5. Giants 2, Brewers 1.
Make-A-Wish Greater Bay Area and Macy's recently partnered to grant 13-year-old Jake his wish of meeting his favorite Giants. It is our healthy dose of goodness. It's brought to you by Eric's Deli Cafe. Jake got to chat with Joe Panik, Gregor Blanco, and he got to sit down with Buster Posey, and then to top it off, he got to throw out the ceremonial first pitch. Now, Jake suffers from a rare immune deficiency disease and was joined by his family and said the day was all he'd hoped it would be. It was pretty amazing, guys.
It always is when you can treat someone on a special moment, or even moments for that matter.
Jake kind of looked like Joe Panik.
Here's Keon Broxton, and he takes high. Giants lead 2-1. Ramon Flores is on deck. That's because of the double switch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Cutter's been a money pitch for Bumgarner tonight. You never know what specialty pitch he's going to ride. It could be a curveball, could be a slider, could be the cutter.
Sharply to Crawford. It takes a high hop, and Crawford throws out the speedy Broxton. 1 out. You don't mind a bad hop, high hop, as long as it's way in front of you like that one was to Crawford. Uh-oh, happy birthday.
Best friends forever.
Flores played last night. He went 2 for 3. Here he takes a called strike. Good breaking ball, misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Haven't seen Bumgarner show any displeasure with Andy Fletcher.
I have no problem with his zone at all. I mean, it's a good, solid zone. It's not a big one, but it's steady. And that's all you hope for if you're a pitcher or a hitter. The only time anybody's really rubbernecked tonight is when Brandon Crawford was in disagreement of a check swing second strike in his last at bat.
The 1-2 pitch is high, 2-2. 73 pitches for Bumgarner.
He's cruising.
He's been in the stretch for 2 hitters. That's it.
At the end of 6 innings, you want to be 90 or less, so you get an idea of how far he is beneath the norm. And just when we say that, he throws one in the dirt. I take full responsibility.
Payoff pitch. Fouled in front of the Giants dugout. So Bumgarner going after Flores with another 3-2 pitch, and here it is. And he got him. Strikeout number 5.
And that's been the first called strike 3 in the game tonight. There have been 10 strikeouts, well actually 11 now that you count this one. And that's a pitcher strike. Right up there around the belt. So Flores thought he had ball 4, not tonight. But when a pitcher's been all around the strike zone, it grows that way. You get umpires looking for him.
VR is 1 for 2. Brewers have 2 hits, a single by VR and a home run by Lucroy.
See the pitches by inning. Really, one time he's gone over 15. That was in the 5th.
VR is going to rope one down the left field line. That's going to be a double. As Pagan will pick it up on the track. And VR's got his second hit. And now the Brewers have the runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
And this will be the first time tonight that Bumgarner has pitched with a runner in scoring position.
Perez is lined out and hit a fly ball to fairly deep right field that was caught by Blanco in the 4th. And this little pop-up is going to be out of reach for Belt, and it's 0-1. I suppose he's going out to have a word with Bumgarner. Yep. That time of night.
Well, I mean, you could put on your Grateful Dead electric blanket. I mean, that'll jerk you up a little bit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, mother and son, very cozy, very warm.
Well, the draft's doing pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 0-1. 0-2.
It's back with the fastball at 91. Threw it right through him. Now he can go back foot slider here. You can keep climbing that ladder with the fastball. Go a break him or a curveball down the dirt. Try and bounce on the home plate. Lots of options here. Good pitch for the strikeout.
1-2.
So he stays high with the fastball. So 2 pitches in a row up around the letters. So that always sets up down below. You're heading the count 1-2. You do not have to throw a strike here.
And the 1-2. Hook to left. Pagan can't get to it. And this game is tied. So after 2 outs, a double and a single, and it's 2-2.
And a nice 2-strike, 2-out RBI from Perez. A cut fastball, right up the bat. I mean, this is just up off the sweet spot. Still gets enough of it to get the job done. Good at bat.
So here's Braun. Braun 0 for 2. He's bounced out twice. And the breaking ball is down low. The Brewers are a team that aren't going to run a lot, but 2 guys do run, and that's VR and Perez is at first. Braun takes a strike to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Down low, 2-1.
Hey, Guy, does this place sell cheese curds? They have the state of Wisconsin.
I don't know. I got some in my bag.
He does not leave home without them.
They've been in there a couple of weeks. 2 balls and a strike to Braun. Runner goes. Posey's throw. Got him. Nobody's quite sure if that's going to be the right call. Making the call was Mark Rippiger, and we'll let you know right here. He's safe.
He's safe.
So everybody's leaving the field.
Well, they used their 1 time.
So that's it. Brewers tie it up. Top of the order coming up.
is brought to you by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places. By Kelly Moore Paints, celebrating 70 years as your neighborhood paint store. By Xfinity, X1 from Xfinity will change the way you experience TV.
High above AT&T Park, a 2-2 lead for the Giants. As Denard Span's going to step up, and he's going to take high. 1 ball and no strikes. Span takes up and in again. Well, we do know that they have an awesome counter of ice cream, Ghirardelli style. On the ground, foul. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Here's your first one.
I want to get that. I want to get that. I want to get that. It's just too good.
If you guys have Sundays, please line up in a straight line over here.
2 balls and a strike to Span. Span does not go around, but according to Kerwin Danley, he did. It's 2-2.
I thought it was a pretty good pitch to the strike zone.
So now Span's going to have to get after this 2-2 pitch. Got him.
Well, Giants fans, it's now easier than ever to catch more Giants baseball in your area by tuning into NBC Bay Area on Channel 11 over the air or Xfinity Cable 3 and 703. Check it out and tell a friend.
Here's Panik. Joe Panik 2 for 3.
Well, that's a good look.
I think this guy's got lots of cattle. The one with the little hat.
Small hat. Lots of cattle. Is that how it goes?
I want to know to Joe Panik.
Well,
it's either a party or you lost the bet. One or the other.
Well, yeah. I don't think he wears it to work like that. Just throwing it out there. I could be wrong.
Belt is on deck. Panik fouls it back to even the count. Giants have 2 runs on 9 hits. They've stranded 10. The Brewers haven't stranded anybody. And one of those nights where Giants had hits of all kind of varieties last night, including hits with runners in scoring position. Not so much tonight. A 1-2.
Well, they're both out now.
Yeah. It's good to watch the game. It's a little rough trying to get him to the car.
Oh, you got to wake him up. They're older than 6 months. They have to walk. Let's go.
1-2. Pulled foul past Billy Hayes.
David Schwartz finally getting a play.
Nice play, David.
They did it with football spikes on. Football cleats.
You know what the thing about David though is you never know where you might go or you need a field goal.
Got to be prepared. There's Julie Baker. She's our ball babe over in third base tonight.
Two and two. Panik on the ground up the middle. To his right is Hill, and Hill will make the play. 2 outs. And Belt will hit.
Giants have had a string of 5 innings in a row where they've left 2 runners on. They have not had a 1-2-3 inning tonight. Offensively.
Belt doubled in the first, struck out in the third, popped out in the fourth. Pulls this one foul on the ground on the first pitch. Come on, David, you can do it.
He could have set himself apart from every ball dude that ever put on a double flapped helmet if he makes this play. All right, let's take it out, and he overruns it. Dave.
He's got too much speed. No balls and 1 strike. Belt takes low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Day baseball tomorrow. Day off in Tampa. And then Friday night baseball against the Rays in Florida. And Belt gets hit on the foot. Ouch.
Right foot. Yeah, that's a direct hit. You plant that foot, you get your weight on it, and you cannot.
No, you can't go anywhere.
Go anywhere. Just below the ankle, it looked like. Oh, the ball goes right straight back towards Torres. You can always tell how direct it is just by the way the ball comes back. Ouch. As soon as that happened, you started rubbing your foot. That's when I know it's bad.
It hurts.
Well, you know what's going to happen now. I mean, Posey's going to hit one in the gap, and Brandon Belt's going to try and score from first.
Triples Alley. Here we come. Buster's 3 for 3 tonight. He scored the second run. And he takes low for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Up the middle and a base hit. Posey's 4 for 4. Belt gingerly moving into second base. And again, for the 6th inning in a row, the Giants have 2 base runners on. Bochy's watching Belt very closely.
He has a little smile on his face, so I mean that's a good sign. Saw VR come over and says, "You all right?" He shook his head. "Yeah, I'm all right." But
the proper thing to say if you're Belt, when a guy asks you that from the other team, you said, "I'm all right, but you're next."
That's right. Yeah. Just make him think a little bit.
Yeah, just kidding.
Not really, kind of.
Duffy struck out twice and he's walked. Belt at second, Posey at first. Outside for a ball, 1-0. No activity in either bullpen. Tomorrow night. No, Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Warriors Cavs. From Cleveland. On the ground right at Carter, and that's going to end the inning. Giants strand 2 more. And it's a 2-2 ball game. Today marks the U.S. Army's 241st birthday. USAA honors those who served in the United States Army and all of our service members around the world. Toyota game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. It's been a tale of left on base. The Giants and Brewers are tied 2-2. Lucroy's got a home run. Garza scattered 8. Bumgarner has been good. And Crawford's got an RBI single. The Giants have stranded 12. The Brewers have stranded none.
None.
And here's Braun. Braun was at the plate when Perez was thrown out trying to steal, and there's a called strike. Pitch count 88 for Bumgarner. Now timeout is called as Braun gets tired of waiting.
Fastball in.
High and foul down the right field line. Nothing in 2. The beauty about Bumgarner is his fastball will likely have more velocity in the 6th and 7th than it will in the 1st.
Yeah, he builds the velocity, no doubt. I mean, he's just so big and strong. That's why 100 pitch count limit on this guy, which there is. I mean, they'll let him go 115, 120. Not very often, but they will.
Out of play.
I mean, he's really built for 150.
Well, and then they let him do that. That was in postseason 2014.
Well, it's just like there will be no pitch count this month, Mr. Bumgarner. Go get us a ring. And he did.
And we wear it every day. Braun's going to go around on the pitch in the dirt. And that's 6 strikeouts. In the 5th, Giants led 1-0 until this.
Well, came in a 2-strike count. Went down, golfed it out of here for home run number 10.
And it leaked. I suppose he was asking for the pitch away and kind of worked itself right into Lucroy's swing. First pitch strike, and it's 0-1.
You know, we always talk about Bumgarner and how competitive he is. He gives a home run to a guy. The next at bat, he wants to sit him down. Will Smith, the only lefty in the bullpen for the Brewers, starting to heat up now.
1 ball, 1 strike. Hit out into Triples alley. It's got something behind it, and it's going to be Blanco makes the catch.
I was watching Bernard Span, the Giants center fielder, at the onset of this fly ball, and just watching him, I'm thinking he has no chance. And to watch Blanco take a route, and in the end, he makes it look rather routine. In Milwaukee, that's a round tripper.
That is a round tripper.
Well, Blanco loves it. He knows he's got lots of room out there. Guys with good range, they like room.
Carter 0 for 2. Swing. Ain't gonna miss. No balls and 1 strike.
Good curveball. He doesn't throw it a whole lot on the first pitch, but that was a pearl.
In tight. Almost hit Carter on the left. Oh, it did hit him. Remember this?
And this is hit out into the alleyway.
Kane's perfect game.
Blanco, and Blanco's going to dive, and he makes the catch.
I still see it, and I still don't believe it.
Just an unbelievable catch.
Yeah, I don't either. Considering where he ended up. Here's Hill. Hill has popped out and he's lined out to Span. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
It's great when they laid the plaque out in the port walk that commemorated the perfect game from Kane, the only perfect game in 134 years of Giants history. Blanco was out there, and it was a pretty special deal. And there it is. And when Matt Cain, he said a few words, it was all done, and it was Gregor Blanco's time to speak, and he was great, very articulate, in 2 languages. And he just talked about how much of an honor it was to be on the same field.
One, 2. Hill waiting. He's 0 for 2. Got him. And that'll end the inning. 7 strikeouts for Bumgarner. Giants need a big hit. It's 2-2.
Back here, it is a 2-2 tie as we head into the bottom of the 7th inning. We have new pitcher now for the Milwaukee Brewers. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change, tune-up, and repair experts for Smith. 7th time that he has come into a game. He's allowed 3 base runners in 5 2/3 innings. For Smith, you take your at-bats against him. You're going to look at 4 pitches. I mean, low 90s fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. And he will mix it up.
And he's facing Brandon Crawford. And Crawford takes wide. Crawford, and then the switch hitting Angel Pagan, and then Gregor Blanco. And a strike to Brandon Crawford. 1 for 2, RBI single in the 3rd. Swing and a miss. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Crawford out swinging. Belt got hit in the foot in the 6th inning, and he's still been moving around slowly.
Yeah, he's walking a little bit better, but it's not feeling a whole lot better. I would be surprised if he was in the lineup tomorrow. And he may be done for tonight.
Pagan 0 for 3, did pick up an RBI and a ground ball in the 5th. And he takes a strike. In the dirt.
Pagan, nice to see him back in the lineup just for this reason right here. I mean, a switch hitter between a couple of lefties.
Fouled out of play. It's 1-2.
I mean, it happened 2-3 times in this homestand where the Giants had to throw 5 left-handers out there against a left-handed pitcher. With Pagan, switch hitter, you don't worry about that.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Hardest thing to maintain when you go on the shelf of the DL is your strike zone. Pagan with a couple, well, I think he had 3 minor league rehab starts. Still not a lot of at bats, not a lot of pitches.
Down low. Plus, you're at the point in the game now where you're starting to see the best relievers coming out of the bullpen.
Right. And the best relievers usually have the best breaking balls, and those are the hardest ones to lay off of when you haven't established a strike zone.
Three-two pitch coming up to Angel Pagan. Hit out into right center field, and this is going to be a base hit. Flores gets to it on a hop, and Pagan's got his first hit back.
Nice at bat. Well, with Gregor Blanco coming up, we're going to go back to what he did with the glove in the 7th inning. It's our Ford Wright choice. Take a look at how far he had to go to take away extra bases. And Jonathan Lucroy sent back to the dugout. That's our Ford Wright choice, courtesy of Gregor Blanco.
Gregor tonight, 1 for 3. And Pagan with good speed. He's aboard at first. Madison Bumgarner's on deck. Breaking ball for a strike that kind of had Gregor Blanco flinching just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of a buckle there on the curveball. So maybe you did you a favor showing you that curveball on the first pitch, a first strike rather than the last strike.
Could be your new first baseman. 0-1 to Blanco. And a quick toss, and Pagan is back. The other option, of course, you have if Belt is out is you could put Buster Posey at first, but it's not likely you're going to change catchers with Bumgarner on the hill.
No, you will not.
Now, we did see Bumgarner go up to Bruce Bochy and have a conversation with him right at the corner of the dugout. And we don't know what it's about, but it could have been about that.
I don't think Bumgarner would have a reservation throw to Trevor Brown at all. I mean, but I would be surprised if it did happen.
Line drive, diving, and that's a trap. So Pagan will get to second base. Pagan was looking at all of the umpires, and the one umpire he didn't look at was Kerwin Danley, and he's the one who made the call.
Now there's the trap right there. And Keelan Broxton, I mean, he comes up saying, yeah, I caught the ball. Why not? But it's a rock and a hard place if you're Angel Pagan.
So here's Bumgarner.
And once again, Giants 2 men on.
Pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. We said one of the keys was set the table. We should have said one of the keys is get the big hit after the table was set.
Yeah, I think you missed out on that one, by the way.
Yeah, well.
Bumgarner does have a hit. He's 1 for 2. He's also drawn a walk. And this one's going to go to the backstop.
It's a big play.
And Lucroy get crossed up.
No, I think that ball hit out in front of home plate. It just bounced over him. There is nothing he could do. He has put on a clinic these first 2 games blocking balls. This hits the front of the home plate and bounces right over his head.
You're right.
There is nothing you can do if you're a catcher. And as good a ball blocker as he is, not even Lucroy can block this one.
So infield is in, and now Will Smith will pitch for the strikeout. Bumgarner's got 5 RBIs on the season. And this one goes to the backstop. Here comes Pagan, and the Giants take the lead. Unbelievable. Kind of in the same spot.
Almost identical same spot. Now you're talking about one of the best ball blockers in the National League, and he is helpless against these. Smith pulls down another one, and that's just a wild pitch. Now this one doesn't hit home plate, but it's so far inside and a high bounce because it bounced so far out in front of Lucroy.
Well, if this is a fastball, Bumgarner's going to leave his shoes. And it's not, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
He was looking for it. Very respectful 2-0 curveballs, 3 pitches, 3 breaking balls.
Three and 1.
And you know what? And he will look for a breaking ball in this situation too.
Absolutely. And the walk.
You know, pitchers that get walks in that situation are usually pretty happy. Bumgarner is not. He wanted something to hit. Well, Giants fans, next time you want to grab Giant seats, get the StubHub app. Not only will you find seats you'll love whenever you want, you can find the best seat for your buck when you sort by best value. Get the StubHub app today.
Bullpen activity now for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Well, Jan Marinez, the right-hander, I mean, he's got all the time in the world because there's 3 left-handed hitters coming up here right now. Will Smith's going to face them all.
The bunt attempt, and they're going to say Span did not get the bat back in time, so it's no balls and 1 strike. No swing. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Kerwin Danley making the call at third base. Ooh. Close pitch. Smith wanted it. Craig Counsell knows that with all the left-handers stacked up, this is Will Smith's inning.
2-1 pitch. Here it comes to Denard Span. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Good speed at third base with Gregor Blanco, the best arm in left field in this outfield for the Brewers with Ryan Braun.
Line drive dropped. That's 1. That's 2. And that'll end the inning. Well, if you do it on purpose, it doesn't count. And the umpires have to determine that. Bruce Bochy is going to go out and say, wait a minute, we do that? Hey, what's up with that? So I guess it's a judgment call.
No, I don't think Perez did it on purpose. It's a tough break against the Giants.
So it will be a double play. Giants do take the lead as we go to the 8th.
Park. It's time for our Giants in the Community. It's sponsored by PG&E, and yesterday the Giants athletic training staff played host to about 70 kids for the National Play campaign. The kids got to meet Kelby Tomlinson and talk to him about the importance of living a healthy and active lifestyle. They also got put to the test, guys. They got to try out several drills. The campaign was created by athletic trainers to raise awareness about obesity in the U.S. It's become very popular. David Greshner and his staff, way to go. Dwayne.
Way to go. I agree. As Alex Presley is pinch hitting. So Presley, left-handed hitter, facing Bumgarner, and a strike, and it's a quick 0-2. Connor Gillespie's now at first, belt out. So we'll obviously hope that Belt's okay. Got him. It's a tough 3-pitch. Presley can't believe it. 8 strikeouts for Bumgarner. And like we said, this is where he gets very strong.
Well, he's sniffing the barn. That's why if you're an opposing manager, the best friend you have is the pitch count. Corey Guerin heading down to the Giants bullpen.
Corey's going to bring a beverage with him.
Yep. Cup of coffee.
Here's Broxton.
Hey, guy's got a routine.
See, if Gaylord did that, there'd be an accusation.
Well, you're right.
Breaking ball for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good curveball.
It's just the Giants. It's just defiant of the Brewers putting their ball bag down there. The Giants put a cup of water.
They got to counter it. There's the ball bag. Yes, last night they put it between the rubbers on the mound. It was right in the way. It was in play.
1 and 2. It's all right. Giants got their cup of water down there.
Well, I mean, just a little.
There you go.
A little protest.
Looked like Dwight Clark putting on 18 at the AT&T Celebrity Challenge.
Yeah, he would put his glass down too. And the more glasses he had, the better putter he was. Darndest thing I ever saw.
A little beverage that was kind of like red, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Tap foul, so Broxton stays alive.
Broxton has been the yo-yo for the Milwaukee Brewers. He's been sent back and forth from AAA about 3 times this year. When that happens to you, when you come back up, the one thing you do is you get all the new shoes and all the new equipment you possibly can. So those guys are usually guys that have tons of equipment by the end of the year.
So Bumgarner goes to 3 and 2.
Batting gloves, wristbands, socks, shoes, running shoes, gloves.
Absolutely.
Load up.
Ooh.
And that's exactly what Bumgarner's thinking. Well, not only do you walk a guy with 1 out, you walk a guy with speed. Fastball just at the belt. So Andy Fletcher says, no, that's a little high for me. And really, we've only seen 1 called high all night long, and that was a 2-strike.
It may have been the Flores in the 6th inning.
6th inning. Would have picked me up. I couldn't find it.
And here is Flores. So Broxton with 6 steals. He hasn't been thrown out this year. And this is skied out into Triples Alley. but that can be death out in Triples Alley. As Blanco's throw goes all the way through everybody, and Broxton has to stay at first.
That was a loud fly ball.
Yes, it was. And that'll bring to the plate Jonathan Villar. And other than the first inning, Bumgarner hasn't been able to solve Jonathan Villar. Struck him out to open up the game. I suppose he's out to have a word.
Villar hit him good in Milwaukee on opening day. In fact, he hit a home run off him.
That was the day that Bumgarner was sick as a dog, but picked up the win. Two outs. Broxton at first, and he can fly. Aaron in the bullpen getting loose. Swing and a miss.
Well, you take a guy deep once like he did back in April. You're thinking I could do this again, and that's what he was swinging for there.
Well, he's got two more swings to try it again. Oh, 0-2.
Right, same spot. Fastball with cut above the hands. And if you keep swinging at him, you can keep climbing the ladder. Stay above the hands, same side of the plate. And this will add an extra foot on your fastball when you get him up out of the chair. But check that runner.
They got him picked off. Gillespie's got to hurry. They got him. And that'll end the inning. Gillespie did a smart thing. He attacked the throw by Bumgarner to be able to get that off a lot quicker. I guess they're going to take a look at it.
Well, why not? I mean, you're down by a run. If you're Craig Counsell, the skipper of the Brewers, you have nothing to lose. It's after the 7th inning, so you can look again. He's out.
Yeah.
OUT.
So that is indeed going to end the inning. Bottom of the 8th coming up, 3-2 Giants.
brought to you by Honda. Well, Madison Bumgarner would be that guy tonight. Why? Well, how about 8 strong, 4 hits allowed, couple of earnings, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, and masterful. And for Bumgarner, who really mixed his pitches beautifully tonight, cuts, sliders, curveballs, fastballs. He is our player of the game, brought to you by Honda.
Three-2 lead for the Giants. Jacob Barnes is the new pitcher. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Just the 5th outing for Jacob Barnes. He's got good stuff. You're going to see mid to high 90s with a fastball. He will cut it a lot. 4 strikeouts in 3 1/3. Didn't walked anybody yet, so we know he's a strike thrower.
Strike to Panic. Panic's got 2 hits tonight.
So there's your answer. Santiago Casilla is going to be pitching the 9th inning. Madison Bumgarner's night has come to an end.
One and 2. And Panic lifts this one foul and out of play.
Barnes made his major league debut earlier this month in Philadelphia.
Foul back. Panic stays alive. Good swing.
AAA affiliate for the Brewers is in Colorado Springs, and that is not a good place to pitch.
No.
Barnes, former 14th round pick in 2011. He had great numbers and an ERA of 1.21. It's pitched in 17 games for Colorado Springs. So he's earned the right to be here.
And Panic got a piece. So 1 and 2. Gillespie on deck. And then Buster Posey. Tapped. Over the bag. VR. 1 out.
That's one of those balls if you're Joe Panic, hit the bag.
Hit the bag, absolutely. Hit the pitcher, hit the bag. Gillespie batting for the first time. Connor Gillespie, I think, has found out what it's like for the life of an extra man that does a lot of pinch hitting. Your at bats come every other game, maybe once every 3 games. You're facing the front end of teams' bullpens.
How important is it for a guy who really is the #1 pinch hitter to occasionally get a start? Bats?
You need to, but if your offense is really challenged and you got to stay with certain guys, I mean, that's what managers are going to do. But in a perfect world, you'd like to start a guy once every 5th day. And Gillespie, as a pinch hitter, is 4 for 22. 6 for 37 overall.
Well, we thought out of spring training he was ideal for the role because he is a veteran. He's had a lot of experience as an everyday player, but he's hit against all of or most of the late inning guys in the league. That's invaluable. So it's not like he's getting surprised when he's getting his at bats.
2 and 2.
But as the season has wore on, he has had less and less success in the role.
They're going to overshift. They're going to put Perez to the right of second base. And Gillespie stays alive. Hardest part sometimes is seeing pitches. I mean, you can have 3 at-bats in a week as a pinch hitter, and maybe you swung at the first pitch 3 times. Well, now in 1 week, you've seen 3 pitches. Tapped. Foul. Tapped off of Gillespie's foot.
So you're the only guy in the clubhouse looking forward to the simulated games then?
Yeah, even those are no fun. But at times you do have to take those things serious. More than anything, it's not so much to check your swing out as just see pitches. Got him.
Well, Giants Insider Podcast is live on csnbayarea.com. You can log on each week as an insider Alex Pavlovich talks baseball. It's also available on iTunes.
Good night for Buster Posey. He's 4 for 4. He has not been up at any time with runners in scoring position. He has scored a run. Swing and a miss, trying to knock one out. It's no balls and 1 strike.
You're going to start to see that batting average climb, the swing he's got going right now. Yep. Birdie's pretty mellow.
Oh, 2. All right, Buster probably thinking, all right, had 2 shots to try to hit one over the wall. Now this one's for me. I'm going to try to knock one into right field for a base hit.
First time he's faced Barnes.
1-2. Across the way, we can see the Oakland Coliseum lights are still on. The A's game is over. Texas beat Oakland 10-6. But it's always fun to see those lights on. It gives you an idea how close these 2 ballparks are as the pitch is low. It was really hopping last night with the basketball game and the baseball game going on at the same time. Two balls, 2 strikes. Posey out swinging, and that'll do it. So Barnes with a couple of strikeouts. And we will head to the 9th. It's 3-2 Giants. Giants with a 3-2 lead here in the 9th. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts.
The pitcher now for the Giants will be their closer, Santiago Casilla. He has 13 saves on the year and 17 opportunities. 1-2 with a 2.77 ERA, 32 strikeouts against 7 walks in 26 innings. And for Casilla, 2 types of fastball. You'll see low 90s. Curveball, slider, changeup. Go get him.
And a strike, and it's 0-1.
Such an important pitch for any reliever coming out of the bullpen, but for Casilla, that first strike relaxes him. It really does.
Oh, 0-1 to VR. Out of play, 0-2.
To see movement running away from him. Day game tomorrow, and the Giants hop on a plane, head out to Tampa. They have a day off Thursday. The Brewers go down and open up a 4-game series against the Dodgers, and then after that they come back and play the A's. So a West Coast trip for Milwaukee.
Breaking ball hit back to Casilla, who knocks it down, recovers, got him. Yeah, talking to the Brewers announcers, this is a family trip for the Brewers. The wives, kids. So it's a good trip. Unless you're the traveling secretary, then it's not so good.
Well, you have a little extra homework to do.
1 out. Here's Perez. Perez with a base hit in the 6th. He's 1 for 3. And that one gets away from Casilla. 1 ball and no strikes.
Pretty much staying away with hard stuff.
There's our fellas from next door. 1 ball and no strikes. Swinging a chopper foul. So important for Casilla to get that strike.
And you saw Brian Anderson and Bill Schroeder. I mean, there's 2 of the nicest guys on the planet. The voices of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Here's the 1-1 to Perez, and a breaking ball 1-2. Got him.
Good curveball.
2 down. Here's Braun.
This has been the best specialty pitch for Casilla for about a month now.
It really has.
The curveball has just been absolutely late breaking and quick. But if you're going to beat the Brewers, you got to go through this guy.
Braun 1 for 5 lifetime against Casilla. And it's low. 1 ball and no strikes.
Braun with lots of power.
Lots of power.
Just a good hitter. And he doesn't care how big a ballpark is. It doesn't have any effect on him.
There's that curveball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
I wouldn't throw in there again.
But in a 1-0 count, he was not looking curveball, which he can elevate it into that strike zone a little bit.
1-2. Perfect spot. Out of play. You see Braun, he can get the extendo bat going.
Yeah,
That was not a strike.
Could fight off some fuzz, and that was some fuzz. That was cut fastball in a perfect location. You saw the target from Posey. I mean, I don't think his glove was behind the plate at all. He was way wide with the target. And that pitch was right to the glove. So Braun with the extendo. Staying alive.
2-2.
Right, inside is wide open. I mean, the whole at bat's gone away, and Braun's leaning. Away. That off the plate about 6 inches.
And that's the right spot to throw it. Three and two. Maybe throws a curveball here. Let's see. Down the right field line and out of play.
Well, there was that curveball.
The most successful one will be the one that the hitter hasn't seen, and it was the second curveball that Braun has seen.
Well, the other thing too about Braun's swing, I mean, he doesn't really take a lot out of it in 2 strikes. I mean, he can still hit you out of the ballpark. It's just a good swing. It's built for power. It's built for average. You just have to make good location pitches to him. Period.
And Garcia's got an idea what he wants to throw. And the check swing, and there was the pitch that both Garcia and Buster Posey tried to come in.
Well, the Giants catch a break there. I mean, that's a check swing, and he caught a piece. That was ball 4. But inside was set up with every pitch of this at bat going away. That side of the plate untested.
Foul back.
And we got ourselves a war right here. 10th pitch of the at bat coming up. Pretty much straight up defensively. They give him the line at first base.
Foul, look out. Hopefully that did not get anybody.
Almost got our giraffe family.
Everybody's smiling. We're okay.
You could hit that screen.
You see him taking his time.
Got him, and that's the ball game. Quite a battle between Casilla and Braun, and then Casilla makes the perfect pitch. And the Giants are going to win this one by a final of 3-2. So, Mike, in a game where the Giants stranded 13, the Brewers stranded 1. Maybe a little too close for comfort, but they'll take the win.
Well, it's sort of the game that Bruce Bochy is so used to. Another one-run victory for the Giants. That's now 16 on the year, and it comes after a game where it was kind of a blowout by Giant standards. Tonight they had plenty of opportunity throughout the entire game. They left 13 runners on base. They kept setting the table. They couldn't get the hit, but in the end they got 1 run, and that's all you need to win by. But this is a victory that will definitely feel good in the way that it was played and the way that it was pitched. Madison Bumgarner was spectacular.
So for Bumgarner, he only allows 2 runs, and he's now 8-2. So you really can't pitch any better than what he did.
14 starts. The Giants are 11-3. He's just been spectacular, and he came into this game with an ERA that ranked him 3rd in the league behind Clayton Kershaw and Jake Arrieta, and he's just been fantastic. When you think back as to how this year started, he opened it up against the Brewers, and he really didn't have great stuff. Got it done though, and he's gotten better with every start, and he was brilliant tonight.
All right, Amy G's got a guest. Amy.
All right, gentlemen, bienvenidos. Welcome back, Angel Pagan. What can you share about your conversation with Bruce Bochy to get yourself in this lineup today, a day earlier than he had let the media know he was supposed to activate you tomorrow?
I just told him I'm ready. I mean, I don't need another day off. I've been having a lot of them, so I just told him that I'm ready to contribute. You know, the guys have been playing great baseball, and I've been looking forward to this moment to come here and help the team.
Ready to contribute, and you do. You score a run, you knock a run in, and that you didn't miss a step on your rehab. So what were you doing to stay ready as well as you could with an injured hamstring?
Oh, behind the scenes, man, a lot of work, you know, a lot of positivity, you know, trying to go out there and get the best at bats possible there, try to get the, run the bases. I mean, a lot of things that you know, to get back over here, and I feel really good. I mean, no hesitation, no pain, no soreness. So I mean, that's hope for the best. All
very good news. And your first game back after rehab, and you get Madison Bumgarner on the hill, and it was a hard-fought win tonight. But with Bum on the hill, how confident are you guys? I mean, he's our horse. He's our #1 horse, and every time he goes out there, he's going to guarantee you at least 7 innings, and that's good. I mean, we just got to put 1 on the board, and he'll protect the lead. So, I mean, we felt really confident when he's on a mound tonight. All right. Fans are really glad to see you back. Angel Pagan, Dwayne and Mike, let's get it up to you.
And thank you, Amy, and thanks to Angel Pagan. And it's not just that he was in the lineup, he contributed. He knocks in a run with a fielder's choice in the 5th, and then he scores the lead run. He eventually scores on a wild pitch. So it's good to have him back in the lineup. He hopes the Giants win a game tonight.
Oh, he really did. I mean, the Giants, I mean, we've seen 5 left-handers against left-handed pitching several times during this homestand. With him down in the lineup between Crawford, the left-handed hitter, and Blanco, the left-handed hitter, now you have a switch hitter that can go lefty-righty, and it just kind of takes a little pressure off of a very left-handed dominant lineup right now. Look, the story tonight was Madison Bumgarner. This could have been a frustrating game. Giants left 13 base runners on. The Brewers left 1. They didn't have many opportunities, and to the Brewers' credit, when they did have an opportunity, they took advantage of it. But Bumgarner perseveres, and he was fantastic. And I think it impresses me the most in tonight's ball game is he had all 3 of his specialty pitches going good: the cutter, the slider, the curveball. Just really fastball command. He's pitching the best. He's just pitching great.
So what does he get out of this? Does he get a little vacation?
Well, he gets an all-expense-paid vacation to Tampa, Florida.
Final score: Giants beat the Brewers 3-2. All right, thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Esurance Giants postgame live with interviews in the wrap. That's going to start right now.